Welcome to another edition of Innovations and Success. Today's topic will be the ever-famous Blu-ray and the factors that has led to its success and compared to the not-so-successful Microsoft Kin cell phone. So let's get started. First off, what are the components of successful innovations? Unfortunately, there is no set formula for success. There are some obvious factors which will more likely lead to success and includes public interest and awareness. Ease of use, affordability, the cool factor, and industry support. However, in the real world it is never written in stone. There are always outside factors that will influence the outcome. Ultimately, success is determined by how the public perceives a product. Things like public awareness and interest will go a long way in promoting a product for sale. One's affiliation will help rise credibility of a product and thus make it more favorable product in the eyes of the consumer. Let's talk about an innovation that succeeds, Blu-ray. In our society, there is always a demand for the next cool gadget to enhance our entertainment viewing experience. As great as regular DVDs are, the prospect of watching our favorite movies with far superior picture quality is a bait that is hard to turn down, and that is exactly what Sony's Blu-ray promises. For example, ladies and gentlemen, which version would you rather watch? Blu-ray's competitor is Toshiba HD DVD. The picture quality of both HD DVD and Blu-ray are virtually identical. An HD DVD is cheaper than Blu-ray because it uses very similar manufacturing techniques as our regular DVDs. The only downside is that HD DVD holds less data than the Blu-ray, but considering that our current DVDs hold a maximum of 4.7 GB, the difference between 30 and 50 GB is not so significant. In theory, HD DVD should have won the battle because A. It was released into the market prior to Blu-ray, and B. It is cheaper while having identical picture quality. But the winner of the battle was Sony's Blu-ray. But why? The popular theory is that Blu-ray had more support by companies and this led to its victory. Consider that Blu-ray was backed by such companies as Sony, Apple, Dell, HP, LG, Panasonic, Samsung, Sharp, Walt Disney, Warner Brothers, Touchstone, Miramax, MGM, New Line Cinema, 20th Century Fox, and Buena Vista. Whereas HD DVD was supported by Toshiba, Microsoft, Intel, NEC, Sanyo, Universal, Paramount, and DreamWorks. This is just a very brief list of companies, of course, but the point is that Blu-ray had more companies supporting it. And did you notice that it had more studio support? Now jumping on innovation's failure, let's start talking about Microsoft Kin smartphone. Kin is a smartphone released by Microsoft that was targeted for teens and social network addicts. However, this innovation failed miserably at impressing the general public and as such was not at all successful innovation. Things that went wrong for the Kin were bad reviews, poor sales, and problems with the OS. It was also too expensive and had limited smartphone functions. For example, it had a browser and the ability for social networking, but believe it or not, it did not allow for apps or games. Considering that their targeted audience were teens, this was a great failure indeed. In conclusion, it is very important to have consumer interest in a product for it to be successful. Blu-ray was backed by other companies, and the general public had a genuine interest in their innovation, whereas the Microsoft Kin failed to impress its audience and its peers. As mentioned in the beginning of this presentation, there is no sure way to make an innovation successful, and a lot of it has to do with luck, timing, introduction into the market, and good advertising. Fortunately for Sony, they were successful in their endeavors, whereas Microsoft's Kin was not.